Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, January 15th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, it is my responsibility to work with the energies of the universe. Whew. And today, as I look at the astro, while it's an overall quieter day, transit-wise today, we're building into something. And as I looked at it, I just heard I just heard the phrase the crazy is rising. What we're building into and what we will be feeling in the background is Mars and Uranus coming together in Taurus. So I mentioned that in yesterday's video, so you can always go back and listen to that, and I will be talking about that further. But just think about the energies of Mars, that action, aggression, very passionate, young, masculine energy connecting with Uranus, Uranus is change, shift, breakdown, breakthrough, revolution, evolution. It's the earthquake meets tornado meets rainbow. So that energy is quite intense. Now, that's also being strongly activated as we are building into a square with Jupiter. And that's the thing with Jupiter. Jupiter is like goodness. It's like, don't worry, there's good things there. So don't worry, there's good things here. There's good things here for us. And yet Jupiter can also expand whatever it touches. So it's expanding that resistance that we have, but it can also be, even in square, expanding that Mars energy, expanding that Uranus energy. Saturn's also playing this game, but Saturn's a little bit slower, a little bit further behind, but Saturn's there as well. And Saturn's like, there are lessons here for us. What I think we need to be really aware of is our own personal crazy rising. We all have things in us, whether it's outside of us or inside of us, that makes us feel crazy. And these energies, the stimulation, the overstimulation effect of them can make that energy rise. So we need to be aware of it, grounding, being very aware of your own personal shadow, being aware of what triggers you outside of you, being aware of what triggers you inside of you. All of that is probably going to be very helpful in not letting these energies get to you too much, so that you can work through them rather than feeling oppressed by them or feeling just feeling like the negative intensity that they can bring. So like I said, this is building. It's not here. We'll actually reach the Jupiter-Uranus square. We will reach the peak of that on the 17th. And then we reach that Mars-Uranus conjunction on the 20th, because why not, right? So we're building into these things, and yet, again, the awareness and the power over these energies, how you will utilize them, does lie in you. We also may feel some of that push and pull. Like I said, changes in the air, and yet part of that Taurus energy is also slow and steady wins the race. So it's like, keep paying attention to where you are being called into this. As I keep mentioning, being very aware of your own personal resistance can also help you manage these energies. Speaking of that, I just realized I wanted to start with this. My friend Marcia and I recorded for our patron groups a video all about the 2021 energies, and really working with the resistance is a big part of that. So go check out our patron pages and support us. So there's that. So let's dig into today's specific energies. We have void, of course, moon the first part of the day, and we may still be feeling tired and wired. Like I said, anytime Uranus switches directions, direct or retrograde, not that it switches directions, but as we feel the energy, tired and wired is a thing, and I can't believe how many people I heard from today. They're like, I'm so tired. Take it easy. That energy may expand, and again, it may even be part of the larger transformation process we've got going on. I have transformation in reverse again, and my feeling is it's not just wave my wand, you are transformed. This is a stretched out process, and it's better for us that it is a stretched out process, because it is ultimately easier that it's a stretched out process. It may not necessarily feel that way, but it is. So transformation in reverse. We have the moon shifting into Pisces around 2:15 p.m. Pacific time. So void of course moon through a large part of the day. Yeah, I'm looking at things. We will have a Lilith square popping up, popping up in the ethers. But that just goes hand in hand with all the other energies that I'm talking about. Keep listening to your soul. Your own personal Lilith knows the way through this. We will also have the moon, after it moves into Pisces, connecting to Mars. It's not till late in the evening, but I often talk about that Pisces, Taurus energy being lazy cat. So if you can lazy cat yourself, again, I always say this, transformation energy, sometimes spirit needs to like knock us out because our own brain and thinking gets in the way. So if you can take a rest, if you can meditate, that will support. If you do feel called to take action, do listen to your higher self, do listen to your intuition before taking action. I think that's some of the crazy that we may be feeling from outside of us, those who are not listening to that energy. There's a phone ringing. And those who are not listening to that energy before taking that action. Can you turn that off, Jojo? Thank you. Here's the letting go card. And again, even as we feel these energies rise within us, and sometimes it's like, that feel like I need to do. Let go of that feeling of needing to do and rather tune in. How can you find that alignment? That will lead to strong light support in the world, and that's what we need right now. I also have the control card, and again, I don't necessarily feel like this is the way to deal with these rising feelings. I really feel like sinking into it, nurturing, really practicing our yin and understanding, like you would a child, the innocence card. I really feel like that's the best way to work through this. Finally, I have the postponement card. Again, while we're feeling the pressure to change, it has to go slow and steady. So really allow that slow and steady. Don't try to push the river. So that's it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com for that. Check out the Mystical Musings that Marsha and I did. It is on my Patreon group. You can find the link to join my Patreon group under this video on YouTube. And I also have a Patreon group on Facebook. So if you join Patreon, I then can add you to the group on Facebook. But please do send me a message about that. So that is it for today. The better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And stay curious. Namaste.